March 24, 2015. A routine flight from Barcelona to Düsseldorf. 144 passengers, 6 crew members. But beneath the calm surface, a horrifying truth was unfolding in the cockpit. This is the story of Germanwings Flight 9525, a flight that never reached its destination, not by accident, but by design. What really happened inside the cockpit? Who was responsible? And how did the system fail to prevent this tragedy? At 10:01 a.m., Germanwings Flight 9525 took off from Barcelona El Prat Airport. The weather was clear, the flight path routine. Captain Patrick Sondenheimer, an experienced pilot, was in command, assisted by First Officer Andreas Lubitz. But just 30 minutes into flight, something sinister began to unfold. Captain Sondenheimer excused himself to use a restroom, leaving Lubitz alone in the cockpit. What happened next would shock the world. The moment the captain stepped out, Lubitz locked the cockpit door, sealing himself inside. When Sondenheimer returned, he found himself locked out. His knocks went unanswered, his pleas ignored. Inside, Lubitz was silent, his breathing steady, his hands moving deliberately. He had taken control, and he had no intention of letting anyone stop him. At 10:31 a.m., Lubitz initiated a controlled descent. The autopilot was manually adjusted from 38,000 feet to just 6,000 feet in minutes. The plane was now hurtling toward the French Alps. No response. Inside the cabin, passengers began to panic. Oxygen masks dropped. Screams filled the air, but there was no escape. At 10:40 a.m., the Airbus A320 slammed into the mountains at 430 miles per hour. The impact was catastrophic. No survivors. In the days that followed, investigators pieced together the horrifying truth. The cockpit voice recorder revealed Lubitz's chilling calm as he guided the plane to its doom. But why? Andreas Lubitz had a secret. He had been treated for severe depression, suicidal tendencies, and even vision problems that could have grounded him. But he hid his condition from his employer. Days before the crash, doctors had declared him unfit to fly. But Lubitz tore up the notes, determined to keep flying. Was this an act of revenge, a final cry for help, or something even darker? After September 11th, cockpit doors were reinforced to prevent hijackings. But no one anticipated a pilot locking out his own crew. The tragedy led to worldwide changes, new mental health protocols, mandatory 2-person cockpit rules, and better psychological screening for pilots. But for the victims' families, it was too late. Today, the wreckage remains in the Alps, a grim reminder of preventable tragedy. Andreas Lubitz's name is forever tied to one of aviation's darkest moments. But the victims, they are the ones we must remember, in memory of the 150 lives lost on Germanwings Flight 9525. May their stories never be forgotten.